once again, this is Anthony Mburu back with another exciting episode, and this time I want us to talk about some of the slaveries that we've subjected ourselves to due to the systems that we've, of course, been subjected to. Of course, most of the things that or practices that we have out there in the marketplace are byproducts of the upbringing and exposure. We talk about cultures in terms of religion, education, and in this regard, I want us to talk about what you were taught about money and our perspective and approach to the marketplace in regards to finances. So you realize that over the years or back in the days, this thing of that was invented of people going to school and working hard and getting good grades and becoming number one. This was invented during the Industrial Revolution, where the whole idea was, of course, the population was very low, and as a culture, countries or people were trying to achieve civilization. And in that regard, when the system was created, the whole idea was to have people go to school, work hard, and get a good grade. And once you got a good grade, the promise was you're going to get a good job, and you're going to work for the government or a corporation for the next 35 or 40 years. And the whole idea was save your money during these 35 or 40 years. And after retirement, the government was going to take care of you. So that used to work during the Industrial Revolution. But that model, I don't dispute or I don't down education or jobs or following that culture. But we all know right now, if you're honest with yourself, it no longer works anymore. It does not work anymore because it used to work back then. But as we speak right now, the dynamics have shifted. And I don't want to go deep into deep economics, and I don't want to go deep into understanding the dynamics that play out in that balance of whether one is going to get a job and work for that long, and at the end of that job or career, you're going to get ahead in life. But I just want to tell you the following in basics. Number one, simple economics, like I said, value is created by demand and supply. If you look at the financial ecosystem, how the system was designed to operate, for those who can read or go way back, we all know in fiat currencies, paper money, the dollar controls the fiat currencies or is the backbone of those currencies. And the whole idea was paper money was invented as a value quantifier in the marketplace, to quantify value as you do trade in the marketplace. But this was as a result of, because money has been evolving, and before that we just had the gold standard. So for those who study the history, they've seen that dollar is backed by gold, or one way or another you've had that myth. Used to be, because gold is a natural resource that is found in the ground. If you find it, good for you. If you don't have it, go mine it or buy it from your friend. But because of its nature that it is scarce, limited in supply, then the demand is high because everybody wanted it. They became so valuable. So it was used as a store of value, but could not be used as a transactional token. So what happened is they created these currencies, the fiat currencies and the coins, paper money and the coins, to act as a transactional token. But now the issue was, if there was no mechanism to control how much they print, then we all know, like I said, everything is about demand supply. So if the supply chain was messed up, then it would be valueless over time. That is what is happening. So back in the days when this was invented, the fiat currencies used to be tied by how much gold a country or a certain jurisdiction had in the national treasury. But from 1971, the rules changed, and we all know that the governments and the people out there in charge of those financial ecosystems have been printing the money faster than you're saving it. So that thing is a myth and doesn't work anymore. So you work very hard. The question I always ask everybody, every employee out there who has gone through that model, that money that you gave the government 30, 40 years ago, how much or what was the value of a dollar back then? And what would you do to the marketplace? And if they give it back to you right now, what would you do to the marketplace? It means it's devaluing every day because they're printing it faster than you're saving it. So you're not praying that the dynamics will shift or the government is going to come up with better strategies to solve that problem. We all know that thanks to technology, now the world has become a global village. And because we say that the consumer is the one who gives value, then somebody discovered and asked, if the consumer gives value, then why don't we have money where the money belongs to the people, not the government or the central governing authorities? So when you talk about cryptocurrencies, that is exactly what you're talking about. They are currencies that are giving power back to the people. And in these ecosystems that are deployed on this decentralized ecosystem, it all depends with the community around it. As long as they're buyers and sellers, then the equation will balance. And the more people that buy into a certain project, nobody is going to inflate the economy, because the number of currencies or tokens that are produced, the terms and conditions are already predetermined before being deployed on this ecosystem. So what am I trying to say? For the average person out there, there is a better way. If you feel like you're stuck in the rat race, where you're always feeling like you're running or stuck in a vicious cycle, where you're constantly striving, never arriving, where you find yourself having too much month at the end of the money, where you really mean well for yourself and for your family, and you want to do well for yourself and get ahead financially. You always say that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. So you're not expecting that result is going to bear any different kind of fruits. So a smart person will understand that this strategy is not working. The next thing I want to learn is, how can I transact in currencies, or how can I transact in ways that are making me move ahead over time, or are able to compensate my time and commitment in the marketplace. And number two, how can I understand the power of leveraged income, because leverage is key. If you go back to the basics of how fundamentals of how success looks, business is structured in the marketplace, there are 4 ways to produce an income. And ultimately, you want to understand how to earn what we call passive income, leveraged income. I know the school system taught us how to become an employee, how to write a CV and look for a job. Guess what? No more jobs that are out there anymore. We all know that technology is threatening every job out there. Automation, artificial intelligence, all these topics that we're talking about, and that evolution in the marketplace is only threatening to take away your jobs. So the only way you're going to survive in the future in the marketplace is you reinvent yourself and position yourself to make sure as these technologies changes, you're able to adapt to the changing times and align yourself to make sure that you're getting ahead in the marketplace. So we're going to be teaching you principles of how to build a passive income, leveraged income, where from the comfort of your own home, you're going to leverage on technology, you're going to leverage on the computer intelligence, Internet of Things, everything, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, that decentralized finance. You need to understand these topics. You need to understand how to align yourself with these ecosystems to make sure that you can make money from where you are, regardless of your geographical region. It doesn't matter. So, as I said, if you're interested in going into details of understanding how to build passive income, leveraged income, TonyMboro.com is the platform, is the website where we dive you, or we take you through like a step by step, from a very simple layman's perspective, from scratch. Teach you principles from where you are in that are going to slowly change your mindset, understand exactly what you're talking about. But in a nutshell, we all know passive income or leveraged income. The mantra or the philosophy is all about what you've been doing. You've been taught how to trade your time for money. Now, I want you now to be making a small percentage of so many other people's effort, and that is what gives you leveraged income. So for more details, follow TonyMboro.com and get into our social media platforms, TonyMboro_, Tony_Mboro_ on all social media platforms. You're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Check us out and stay tuned. I don't know, subscribe to the newsletter. We are going to be sending out emails of our future engagements, and be sure to stick through the process, because at the end of the day, I keep saying this time and again, faith comes by hearing and hearing again. These are not concepts that you're going to understand overnight. It takes time to get this thing into your head, but the sooner you begin, the better, because the future is only promised by those who go out and decide to create. So the best way to predict your future is actually to create it. So take action, and like I said, if that future has to be, then it's up to you to take action. And see you on the next video. I'm always your coach and presenter. Tony Mboro is my name. Cheers for now.